Hi, it's Nat here. I'm one of the in-house sound engineers at Salt Studios in Melbourne, Victoria, and I recently had the pleasure of recording a solo cello for an electronic music track that I'm producing for a client. I want to show you how I pulled some nice sounds with a simple single microphone setup. To give you a bit of context, we're looking at what's normally the drum tracking room, and we do record vocals in here in Studio A. And this electronic music track is fairly down-tempo, fairly chilled out, nice soulful piece of music, and there's a cello solo about 3/4 of the way through. So the reason I chose a single microphone setup is that the cello is going to be panned down the center. It's the feature at that point. If I was recording string instruments to be more of a background feature of a track while the vocals were happening, I would usually double track with a single microphone and pan hard left and right, or I would record the cello in a bit more of a live room and use a stereo setup so I could get some nice stereo information. But in this instance, I needed it to be a feature of the track. So I had the option of two microphones that I thought might be a good choice, which was the Neumann U87, which we're looking at in this photo. I also tried an AKG C414. They're both large diaphragm condenser microphones because I wanted to capture the richness and the warmth, as well as the nice crispiness and the string sounds. So I tried a few pieces of air, and I found that one of the best spots was about 2 feet away, pointing sort of almost parallel to the strings, and we've got the F hole here. So I found a nice spot to point was sort of slightly off center from the bridge, not directly at the F hole, kind of halfway in between. When I had the microphone a little bit closer, around a foot away, I was capturing a little bit too much low frequency resonance, and I was getting a little bit of muddiness. And when I tried to get rid of that with a high pass filter, it was taking away too much of the low end that I wanted to keep. So I found about 1.5 to 2 feet away, pointing slightly off center from the bridge was really great. Here's the session here. I also wanted to capture a fairly dry recording, so I could add some post-production reverbs and put the cello in some different spaces using some plugins. So here, let's have a listen first to the AKG C414. And here's the Neumann. And you can see that the Neumann just captured the crispiness, and it just had a slightly richer tone. The AKG C414, which I use a lot for vocals, has a little bit of a scoop in the low mids, so it was sort of the recording on a cello ended up being a little bit slightly duller. It's quite subtle, the difference. I just really preferred the tone of the Neumann U87. So we ended up getting a really nice recording that I was really happy with, and it's a very simple setup, single microphone in a room, and we got some great results. So there we go, just a quick one today. I hope you found this useful. Thanks.